Welcome to the Olive Farm Retreat in Cyprus. Earlier in the year we had a generator fail. It was already leaking oil but now wasn't producing any electricity whatsoever, so we were unable to pump water up from the borehole to our tank or our reservoir. Fortunately our reservoir was quite full and the swimming pool was full because of the rains we were having. What I did have to do was rig up a drum with water in it from the irrigation pipes and then put a sump pump into that drum to feed water up into the roof tank so we could still shower and wash up. Here you can see a generator being delivered which we acquired from a company in Larnaca, which is in the east of Cyprus. We're central Cyprus, but we're actually to the west of Limassol, which is nearer the Paphos edge. For those of you that are interested, it's a fully reconditioned Lister Peta TS3 16 kVA generator, 3-cylinder with a new alternator on it, which makes it a new, they call it a set, the generator and the alternator. I should explain the reason for the two lorries. As I said, the first one came from Larnaca with the generator on board. The second one was sourced locally with the crane on it. They're not used to lifting generators in through roofs. Normally they go in through the door on a forklift or whatever. But we've got no way of getting it in this shed. It had to go in through the roof. Hence the two lorries to make life easier. Some of the prep work that I had to do was remove half of the roof from this end of the building where the generator is housed, and also had to prune some of the tree above it in order for the crane to be able to lift up and down. But you'll see later on that a little bit of it still got in the way and we got showered by a few branches and some pine cones. Well, this is out with the old generator. It's well black, oily. It was only a 2-cylinder, but it was a 22 kVA, but we didn't need one so powerful. As to the make, no idea. Wasn't a lot written on it at all. The Larnaca team backed their lorry up and put the old generator straight on. What they were going to do with it, who knew? They had no interest in it. They were just going to get shot of it for me. As you can see when they lift this generator up, you will see that it has an inbuilt fuel tank on the bottom. It's about 100 litres by my calculation, which is going to make life a lot easier for me. It means I won't have to lift fuel drums up into a tank. It'll be on the floor, so much easier to pour in. I had to ask them to hold it where it was for the moment so we could spin it round. As the alternator is now on the left hand side as you're looking at the picture, which is where the distribution board is inside the building. It didn't sit flat straight away, so we had to lift it slightly and sweep the cones out the way that had fallen in, as I explained earlier. This is the view from outside. And this is the view from inside. And here's the roof, which I've got to put back on. And to the right you can see the distribution board. Now that it's in, all that's left for me to do is wire it in, transfer the fuel from the old tank into this new tank, put the roof on, and then tweak it up as to the correct power output. Hope you found it interesting. Thanks for watching.